My trip to Costa Rica was full of adventure and a few visits to the doctor. From a head first falling to a tree trunk to bronchitis, I experienced it all. In this video, I'll show you what it's like to go to the doctors in Costa Rica as a traveler. Plus, I'll show you how to deal with the insurance and why having a travel insurance is an absolute must. Stay tuned for the full story.
On November 2021, I quit my job to go on a solo trip to Costa Rica and Mexico for 6 months. Last year I had gone to Costa Rica and I got stuck there during the pandemic. I love the country, but I liked it so much that I decided to come back. And then here I am now, traveling the tropics for half a year at the age of 21. Between jungles, beaches, and hostels, watch me adventure and grow on my trip.
First, I'll show you the medical issues I had, and then explain the process with the travel insurance. So now let's turn our focus into Puerto Viejo de Talamanca. It was early November, and I had had a weird cough for a few days. So this is my hostel, and that's, oh, I don't see it now. And that's where I'm going. That's really, really convenient that the doctor is so close. I think it's there, but I'm not sure. Doesn't look, oh, there we go. But it's not as easy as just choosing a clinic and going. There was 2 phone calls with the insurance before I got medical help. But for now, I'll skip the admin chat and I'll explain the process later in the video. If it starts raining, I'm gonna get wet. I got my vitals taken, the doctor visited me, I got tested for COVID, and I dropped off stool samples at a lab in town. Ayer me hice una prueba para saber si tiene el resultado. Sí, todo bien. Perfecto, gracias. Oh, maybe I have COVID, but no, I'm negative. So I need to go back to the doctors. Not just calling my insurance. When I went back to the doctors, he told me I had a parasite, which explained my stomach issues that I don't think I had told you about yet. But it didn't explain the weird coughing, so they sent me back to the lab to get some blood drawn. And in between all of this, life as a backpacker was happening, like having to spend 2 nights at another hostel, then coming back to my favorite one. Hostel, so this is how it's like. And then the bike. But I also was enjoying my travels in between doctor's visits. So I had to get another test, and this one left me traumatized. Really painful, but it was quick. I'm very proud. After 2 lab and 3 doctor's visits, I went to the San Jose area where my adoptive family lives. I didn't have COVID, so I couldn't spread it, but I still had some coughing issues. Muchas gracias. Adiós. Hi, I'm at the ER. I'm actually journaling right now. I'm waiting for my insurance to approve on my tests. Well, that probably something bit me on my leg. And now I got infected, so I'm waiting for some tests. Also, I'm still coughing really bad. The hospital gave me my medicine, which is really nice. I'll tell you something I found interesting in Costa Rica, and it's that every time I would get medicine prescribed, they would put a sticker on my medicine and write my name and how often I should take the medicine, which I think is really useful because in Catalonia where I live, they usually print it down for you or they write it on the app, I believe. And I think it's really convenient to have it in the box like in Costa Rica. Maybe it's not a thing that they do in all the country, but it's a thing that happened to me every time. Yesterday night I was treated by the best nurse, which is my Costa Rican mom. I feel so bad because I came here to take care of her and she has a broken wrist. And now she's taking care of me. I was coughing really bad. She put me to sleep. She put a heating pad on me, this, and then spread a cream on me. I'm gonna stay in bed all day. Breakfast in bed. And after that, I have a video of me crying over how caring my Costa Rican mother was. She was doing everything she could to make me feel better. I love her. Also, remember the bug bite slash cut that I had and got infected? I don't think I showed you the bite, but I'll show you now.
The thing is, it's doing better now because it's been through 4 pills already. I hope you can see it's here. It looks small in the video, but at some point it had been as big as one of my hands. My coughs are getting a bit worse. The good thing is I'm not worsening super fast, and the doctors still don't know what it is. But on a good note, the butt is getting smaller, which is very good. A week later, I left to La Fortuna for the first time, which at some point became my favorite town in the country. I'm feeling really good now that I'm here. So I already had a shower, I had lunch, and now I'm walking to a river which is called El Salto. If you watched my last video, you saw a lot of this place, but it's basically a spot on the river where locals and tourists hang out, and they basically use it as a playground. On the way there, I met Daniel and Adam, who showed me around. As you can see, I was doing a lot of water activities, which was probably not the best thing, given that I was sick. I'm going to my 5th doctor's appointment in Costa Rica. Yesterday I went to the doctor. Turns out I have bronchitis, which was relieving to know because until now none of the diagnoses I got felt right, and there's a different treatment I'm getting. But today I haven't coughed.
He's feeling it, right? Gracias. Gracias, mi amiga, tía.
After a while in La Fortuna, I spent Christmas in Montezuma, where I ripped my nail and got a piece of rock stuck inside it while I was climbing a rock at the beach in flip-flops. And yeah, you can't see, but I broke my nail. I ripped it. 1/3 of my toenail was halfway ripped, and I was worried it would get caught somewhere, so I didn't want to have a hanging nail. And there was no medical care in Montezuma itself, so I just took out the rock and let the doctor take care of it when I went to La Fortuna 2 days later. I'm about to get this removed for me. I was like, just do it. I'm not gonna watch it. This photo, but I don't know if you want to see them because they're a bit graphic, so skip to this minute if you don't want to see the bad photo. I'm bronchitis free after 4 weeks. Then I went to Ubita with my Costa Rican family, and later I came back to La Fortuna. On my first day as a hostel volunteer, I got a red rash all over my body. So I had a weird allergic reaction. I don't know what happened. You can still see a little bit. But it was really bad. It's still bad, but not in my arms. It's not very visible because it's very dark, but everything's very, very, very itchy. So I called the insurance. They sent me to a place that's closed. Turns out everything here is closed. The clinics were closed because it was midnight and there's no hospital in town. But we did find the Red Cross, so we went to the Red Cross, and they asked me a few questions, and they ended up getting me a shot, which I was super scared of. The next day the rash was still there, so I went to my favorite clinic in town, Clínica Sanar. I just got tested for COVID over there, for the doctor, because still hasn't had a look at my rash. But I'm satisfied because the nurses took really good care of me. After this, I went to Mexico and Belize for a month and a half. Then I came back to La Fortuna. Hi! So, this happened. today I was climbing the trunk that I usually climb, the rope swing, and I usually climb it with my hands, but today I was like, no, I'm gonna do it without my hands. What an idea.
As I was climbing it, I slipped and fell head first into the trunk where I hit my eye and eyebrow, and then I fell in the water. And I'm not gonna lie, when that happened, I thought I hope no one saw me because it's gonna be really embarrassing. So when I got out of the water, I looked around and it seemed like no one was worried, so I thought no one had seen me. So I acted like nothing had happened. But when I went to the rope swing and I saw my friends, they started asking, Anna, what's going on? What happened? And I told them, how do you know? No one saw it. But there was blood dripping from my eyebrow, so that gave it away. And one of my friends cleaned it. That's when the adrenaline wore off and I couldn't have him clean it. I was like pushing away. But we got through it, and then at the hostel I cleaned it again.
I'm gonna shower and now I'm gonna go clean this with this that the hostel gave me. Tea?
And after a few days it looked like this. I had other minor mishaps while I was abroad, but they weren't recorded. But now I want to share with you a poem I wrote when I was in the waiting room in San Jose. I thought home was in the tropics. Well, I guess not in these. I was supposed to glow, but all I've done is get sick. I walk through jungles and beaches, getting tan lines and juices, but I scratch as I sleep and I hurt as I walk. I hurt as I eat, and I cough as I talk. But how would I learn if I got no bite, or sickness I had to fight? I kinda like I got the full package. I learned to deal with all that baggage. And still the roller coaster goes on. After every high comes a low. What a pity I'm riding alone. I guess the hand I'll hold is my own. Wait, how dare I say I had no one? Chosen family, friends, my Costa Rican mom? Where there is a wound, there is aid. Someone's always there to help. So still, the tropics are nice, so I keep flying through the skies, despite the bite bites on my eyes. I'm willing to pay that price. From this poem, I want to emphasize that every time I got hurt, there was someone there to help me. My Costa Rican mom, who was so sweet and caring even though she was injured herself, my friend who cleaned my wounds and took me to the clinic on his bike when I got hurt, and a random guest from a hostel that I just met who walked with me to the Red Cross at midnight to make sure I was safe, massages after a fall, cleaning my nail after I got it ripped, and the list goes on. I'm very grateful for all the help I got, and I hope that gives you peace of mind if it ever happens to you. But what gave me the greater peace of mind was knowing that I had a travel insurance. I use the Seguros and I'm very happy with them. However, when you've never dealt with an insurance, it can get a bit confusing on how to act. So I made a step-to-step guide on what to do if you get hurt abroad. Step 1. Call the travel insurance and give them a short brief on your issue. They will ask about your policy number, name, and other details like where you are at the moment. Step 2. Wait. The insurance will look for a place for you to go, and they will call you back with that information. Step 3. Take your passport, insurance documents, and head to the doctors. The payment will have been taken care of by the insurance. Step 4. If you need follow-up care, you need to call the insurance again and repeat this process. A good tip is that if you are going to another clinic where you haven't been before, take all the documents and test results that you have from that previous issue so they have a better understanding of your situation. An extra tip I want to add is to be prepared before any trip. Before I go on a tropical trip, I go to a travel doctor in my area and they inform me on the possible illnesses, the dangers, I get any vaccines that I need, and I get informed of what I can bring in my first aid kit for the trip. And if any of you are in healthcare and want to change or add to something that I said, feel free to do it in the comment section below because I'm not in healthcare, I'm just someone who traveled and found themselves in this situation. In this video, it looks like I got hurt a lot, and it's probably because I was climbing and jumping and swimming, so I guess these injuries come with pushing your limits. But despite that, I had such a good time in Costa Rica and I cannot wait to go back. I don't have any other videos planned for this trip, so you can expect a few months jump to Thailand on the next video. So please subscribe if you want to see that video and like this video if you liked it. I'll see you another time. Bye!